boy Wax, Wax Group TV, home of the Brokest podcast. You know, gang is here, man. See us over here to the left. It's the one and only.
It's me, Stefan Lane. No, I don't play. You already know who's going to the name, so everything's okay.
To the right,
It's the DCYOP. All I do is sell clothes.
there's some exclusives too. That's some one-on-ones.
You can definitely pick this up right here. This is the red version of the new major. This is, you can pick this up on the website. You know what I'm saying? Got the border cracks and the love test piece. You know what I'm saying? Highlight your boy.
Okay. Is that velvet?
What is it, velvet?
Good to go. And smack that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're checking out the audio only, we greatly appreciate you. You know, if you supported us, we love you. If you haven't yet, we look forward to be supported in the very near future.
Yo, share our shit too, man. You see the video up. You see the link. You see that link right there on the YouTube channel. You share that link with your people.
Or yo, so also too, man, I gotta holler at y'all real quick. Y'all funny. I love how y'all come up to me. I had a couple people come up to me recently and was like, yo, I listened to the last episode and I went and checked out Mussolini, blah 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 blah. Great, I love it. Throw that in our comment section.
Yeah.
Help us out. I love
We been told y'all about
Yes.
Mussolini like 2 years ago.
Yes. Yes, exactly. But I love that y'all tell me that we put y'all on the new stuff. That's great. I mean, just throw it in the comment section. Help a brother out. Some brothers out. So with that being said, who wants to take the lead on this? Let's talk about what's been being listened to.
Right.
Y'all want me to go first?
Go ahead. Take it over. Go ahead.
You know me, it's short and sweet usually. Something I probably don't even be listening to, But we'll go get into it. Been listening to some Kanye, because I've been watching Genius.
There you go.
Bringing it back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? 808s, did a little college dropout. And I went right back to my boy Earl. I listened to the Sauce Ice beat on.
Sauce Ice, nice. I like it.
Yeah, I like that joint.
I like this little swag.
Then I had to bring it right to my man Dizzy.
Yes.
With that new joint he dropped, Purple-Matic Immunity. Dizzy Lindlow and 183rd on the production. That joint was freaking bananas. They dropped that this week.
9 tracks on that joint.
Now this one got 8 to be technical.
Oh, yeah.
This one got 8.
8 tracks.
But every one from start to finish, you don't have to press anything but play.
And this is the second one in like 30 days.
Facts.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Or within a few weeks, let's just say that. I don't know when the last one dropped, but it wasn't too far behind this one. And I'm loving it. I'm loving this one. Like, I can even understand why you named it Triple-Matic. It has that old nostalgic type of Harlem feel to it. It gives me that. And they triplets over here. This has been one of the best dressed on the low underground for many years. On the low. You know what I'm saying? Almost like the phone positive god. He was like the low god before there was low gods. He was so good he had to kind of retire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. And
He was a low life.
yes.
That's what they call him, low life.
Yeah, I know that. And then Low is right in that whole category as well. And they got videos they drop for these joints. I'm loving it, man. I'm not mad at it at all. Now, it was a beautiful breath of fresh air in the rap game. Other underground, and there's Shalab underground, and it's just nothing that I might need to rub elbows.
I mean, but that's the beauty of it, though. On top of us being friends, like,
Oh, yeah.
we got the stuff that we all like, but then you might break off to a certain pocket, same thing.
Right.
SDC will be same thing with me. You know,
That's-
it's
that's-
one of the things, we like it or don't like it. I ain't
It's the
gonna
love-
hate you for
it's
it.
the loving thing about it.
I ain't gonna look at you any differently, you know what I mean, vice versa.
He ain't never been under that. That's the beauty in it.
So where you at, Mr. Lightskin, homie?
Well, I know I be all over the place with mine. So I feel bad. I feel bad because I've been rocking with him for a hot little minute. I told y'all about him. I've been listening to this dude. His name is First Calhoun, and I've been listening to two projects. His last two projects that he put out. Kind of got my gadget on me right now, so I can't even. I'm sorry if you're listening to this or watching this right now. I can't give you the titles without being coming up to you in a little bit. But once again, the artist name is Crutch Calhoun, and what put me on to him is I ain't gonna hold you. What put me on to him was I was trying to look for something like funky to promote my own shit, like my brand. And I came across a track, you know, how title we did this shit with artists that you listen to. So I came across a track with him and Dave East. And Dave East was saying doing the chorus on one of their joint songs, and Dave East was like, you know, he's saying it's fine. He was talking about the major, so I just looped it. I was like, well, let's see what this cat is all about. And I was very, very intrigued, caught my ear for quite some time. So I've been listening to him for like a month and a half right now. But outside of that, you know, Conway's album drop, they call it, you know, his debut project, but it's his debut project off of Shady. You know, you guys know, Conway pretty much been out for quite some time, multiple projects. So that project is kind of solid. But don't get me wrong, there's something about this project that I feel like it should have been dropped years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. I feel like.
You think he was holding on to this?
Nah, because like he explained it, he wasn't holding on to it. He was having issues with like clearances and shit like that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And there was songs that were supposed to be on this project that got taken off the project and he used for other projects. You know what I'm saying? And he mentioned that too. You know, West had heard some of the tracks and was like, nah, I need that for this and that. So, but it's still a solid project. He dropped a mixtape. He dropped a mixtape before he dropped his debut album. That we're used to.
That's that OG for me.
Yeah,
Right there.
everything old and just like, you know, typical, you know, Conway and, you know.
He was rapping on people's shit, right?
Yeah, just like everything, just like real, like grimy. You know, but
It's called Greetings Earth.
yeah, this project per se, his debut was more like safe. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, but it's not as like what we're used to, like as far as like gritty and grimy.
You know my issue with that project was like, it wasn't terrible. First of all, the first track on there, I was ready to just call it quits.
Secret should have never been on this project. Sorry,
But my biggest issue, the album sounds dated. Now, when you actually dive into the lyrics, clearly it's not, because he's making mentions of things like stuff that's happening during COVID.
Yeah.
So it's not that dated, but it sounds dated. He does get a little introspective on there like he normally does. You know, he pours his heart out. So he got some records on there, but he has better projects, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it was shelved, and then as it came closer to the release date, he started listening to it. It's like, well, you know what? Let me just add a few more things to this. Take this out, add this, add that.
That was just take that. You don't shady.
Exactly.
That's what I got from that.
That's what I got from it too. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, M had posted it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he did his media rounds, and you know, it's out. That's all I'm saying about it. The album's out. it's definitely worth checking out. I had to check it out. Other than that, outside of those two projects right there, like Mr. Esteban said, I've been listening to, some Currency. I took it back, to a CT native. I was listening to,
He been dropping videos left and right too. Yeah, I've been noticing every day on YouTube with something new he put out.
I went back to the way of Kinsey.
Okay.
And I went back to the City of Gods.
Spade?
Yeah, Spade Raw. These is like local artists that we talking about right now. If you guys don't know, so once again, if you're listening to this, that's Wade with Kinsey and Spade Raw. Y'all can find them on any streaming platform that you're using at the moment. I use Tidal, so that's what I'm listening to. Individuals on Tidal.
Not for nothing, man. Wade needed to come back immediately and double back on that project when you and Divine there and dropped that. That would have been very.
No, I'm still waiting for that email with all them damn tracks in them too.
Yeah. You gotta help me out real quick too with this one. Because I don't got much to do right now. It's not Burner. It's a DJ that just dropped a project too. Cover of it is white and black, and he got a leather jacket on. He got his back.
Nicholas Craven?
Yeah, Nick Craven project.
The Nick Craven project.
But is Nick Craven a DJ? I thought he was just a producer.
He's just a producer, yeah.
The Nick Craven project, bro.
Yeah,
that shit hard.
It's fire.
Yeah.
Y'all hear my man Stove down there.
The Ransom was going on his run. A couple of those, like one of those 3-part series he did, that was all him on one of the Ransom projects like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
He did a
I ain't gonna hold you, that ain't the best joint. It's the joint with the loose.
Bro, we can go back. We can go back and forth on this. I'm giving it to Mr. Cooks. Mr. Cooks set it off proper.
It ain't about time for him to drop another
Yeah,
project.
it's starting to get tight.
He's past due. I don't care what nobody say, bro.
He's doing tracks for other people's projects, but he's not dropping a full body of work himself.
Yeah, it's time. It's
Like
time.
he said, he might drop it for $1 million, only drop 7 of them joints.
I'm
that serious.
outside of that, though, little, oldies but goodies. I ain't gonna
just stuff for the time to replay value.
Yeah, I ain't gonna take it all the time. I'll pass the mic to Wax.
I mean, I'm in the same boat, man. I've been stuff just heavy rotation with replay value. This Riggs and DJ Muggs, I've been stuck on it, honestly, since it dropped.
Did they just drop a video?
Yeah, they did. They dropped a couple of videos. But to me, y'all may not agree with me, but right now, that's my favorite project of this year. Like, that's my #1 contender so far.
Okay.
Like, that project is just, to me, that's Riggs' best work, but just the feeling I get from that album is so complete front to back.
Yeah.
But, who else I've been listening to? I've been listening to something else. Well, y'all know what I've been listening to. We gotta go into a little discussion about that. Obviously, we're bumping Conway. I told you about the Smooth and Machaka joint, the Subcriminal Thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, that was hard. And that's
You
true.
put it in what's it called?
The chat, I believe so. I thought I dropped it in there. Yeah, I dropped this one in there.
Yeah.
That's that Smooth joint. That's fire. But so when it comes to Riggs, and you know how he always be talking about the cloth.
I love Riggs, yeah.
So I just thought that was his branding and that was it, just like something he said. I didn't know the cloth was a whole movement or a group. So like most people that I get put on to, may start with a feature. So he got a feature on the album, there's 2 of them. One with Mav, and he got the joint where it's called Nobody Wants to Be a Gangster. Or I've never seen a gangster, something like that. Let me go back to it. I'm drawing a blank on it.
So who is it then? Because normally it's just him and Mooch.
So it's him and Mooch, but apparently this whole cloth situation is Riggs, Rob Gates, and Mav.
Really?
Yeah, so never met a real gangster. That's featuring Mav, and then he got the other joint on here every season featuring Rob Gates. Now, I'm a big fan of Mav. Mav is real smooth, laid back, dope stuff. Rob Gates. Well, let me backtrack for a second. You know how we talk about connoisseur rap, right?
Wax just put me on the Rob, and
So you listen, you know how we talk about connoisseur rap, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When you listen to Mav goes in that category of like connoisseur rap, which are like your Rock Marcianos, your Bennies, your Mussolinis. Then we got grown man rap. That grown man rap, that's that raw, gritty, just punch you in your face rap music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where your MOPs, your Sean Prices,
Yeah.
and Rob Gates.
Yeah. That project.
So listening to that Riggs, you know, I just thought Rob Gates' verse was super energetic and fire.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, I gotta go see what homie about. So he dropped the project, Rob Get Robbed 2. And this was back in 2020. Bruh.
Oh wow, it's really okay. That's
This
just fire, yo.
Listen, if you mad at somebody, don't have this playing in the
Yeah,
background.
please don't.
Like if you got an attitude or you upset about something, this is not something you can listen to.
No.
You might catch a case. Like legitimately might catch a case because of this album. Yo, I'm dead serious, bro.
It's hard.
You got this playing in the whip, check the speed. You might go from 50 to 90. Perfect for the gym. I definitely pulled my heaviest deadlift listening to this recently. Definitely gonna get a couple extra sets of dips in. You might snap some more weight on that bench. This is that grown man, punch you in your face rap. Shout out to Rob Gates, man. I really love this dude's energy. He's just, it's all gun rap. It's the best way to put it.
I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna check for some more of his projects. And
Word.
stuff, but I was definitely pleased with the joint that he put us on to.
Yeah, I like that. But that Dripping Battle Community, I like I listened to that as well. And that song Op Pack, you know, with Rome on it. I'm a huge fan of Rome. He did his thing. I can't remember the name of the first track. That was fire too. I'm drawing a blank on that one
I
right now.
don't trust this shit. I don't know.
I can't remember off the top because I just listened to it. I didn't even add it to the library yet. But that was fire.
Yeah, wasn't Joey Bass supposed to drop a project this week? It didn't come out.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to put out.
Yeah, like I was waiting for it. It didn't come out.
What's
Yo,
going on
sometimes that
Joe?
shit be hard to find people shit, low key.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think sometimes they don't put everything on all the streaming platforms.
Yeah, because I know SB Nat, he don't put all this shit on the title.
Yeah.
Right.
And Dash and Sonny Jim got an album that I've been searching for like a couple of weeks.
But
now.
see, you know, a lot of the news is starting to follow that same formula Rock followed, where they'll put it out like on their own website or Bandcamp.
I respect it.
And a lot of dudes, I noticed too, Rock will do it usually for 2 weeks. Some of these dudes is doing it for a month.
Hey.
And I'm not mad at it because that money's going directly to them
Yeah, get your in
before they get their pennies off the streaming platform. So I ain't even mad at it. But that's it, man. Rob Gates, Mav, that's what I've been on. Mav got an album called Hoodlum, and there's another one called Angels and Demons. I'm gonna send that to y'all.
That's crazy because I feel like all these rap names is like not for nothing, but they're recycled. I heard a rapper named Mav before.
So when you look him up, there is actually 2 Mavs. Like
Yeah.
when you look him up on streaming platform.
I want to say they used to always say free Mav. I used to listen to Dash.
There's another dude named Nav too, though, N-A-V.
Nah, I know who that is.
Okay. Well, obviously, you know.
Yeah, I know who that is. Nah, I'm talking Mav.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with Rob Gates.
Mhm.
I overlooked that because I want to say in Shoreline Mafia, that rap group, there's a dude named Rob Gates. So for real quick, he got overlooked.
Hold the mic up.
And then, yeah, I was just doing that. And then, I think I seen the comment that Bug made or whatnot. This is DCYOP. I said, damn, I gotta check this out. It can't be the same people. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, speaking of comments, you just triggered something. So, I watched the documentary for the Mussolini's last album that he put out with Ninth Prince. Yeah, Ninth One. I said Ninth Prince. I'm bugging. I was listening to Killer Army recently. He put out a new album with it's called The Down in the Eye. He put that out with Ninth One. So long story short, the video drops. Dudes in the comment section are saying, "Oh, he bit Rock Marcy's swag, or he trying so hard to be like Rock Marcy." I don't get Rock Marcy from this dude.
Nah.
And then secondly, he tells a story about how Rock, he spoke with he started rapping slow because he liked Rock, he liked 38 and Ninth Wonder. And he said everybody told him slow flow these mofos to death.
Style.
Like that's why can't you just reps? Bro. His style don't match it, man. His style, swag, or whatever, totally different from mine.
Why? You know what? I didn't see that comment. But why would they say that? Why would they?
He do have like pimp talk at times.
But
That's
check this
the
out.
only thing I can think of. I ain't comparing them either. They're not trying to say.
Check this out. It's funny that they would say that, but then they wouldn't say this. He called himself the boss Don.
Right.
My man been calling himself the boss
XP,
Don.
right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I ain't taking no offense to it.
No.
That's very true.
I just hate when people do that. Like, oh, somebody trying to sound like this or this person. Like, no, they're not, like, bro. I don't even see the similarities between the two, like, at all. So when I heard that, I'm like, that's nuts. Or read that, I thought it was nuts. And when I watched the documentary, what he said about 38 The Rock, what they told him to do, I'm like, I don't think them two dudes is the type to be like, yeah, bite my whole style.
I'm gonna say this too, like, because you know this platform, you know, we pretty much basically doing this for like the underground artists. It ain't like the mainstream where it'd be okay. It's heavily fucking, excuse my language, YouTube, acceptable. That's what they do in the mainstream. They got all these artists that really do something like
You can't differentiate one from the other.
it ain't like that in the underground scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like the underground is super creative. And the other done this way, super creative. Something you had brought up or showed me on Instagram recently, that Forbes list. You still got that? The list of
Yeah. Let me see if I can pop that up.
yeah, it was
That was interesting, wasn't it? I was like,
It was. Yo, so on top of that, did you see that list that he sent us?
Yeah, I saw the list.
You sent it on Instagram.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Damn. Did that shit long ago.
No.
I saw the list. I didn't really.
Listen, I'm still
I don't like the list. I don't.
sadness.
I don't look into that. I don't look into that.
So the best part about it, all right, so he said, it says, according to Forbes, this is the highest paid hip hop artist of 2021. Jay-Z at 470 million, Kanye at 250, Diddy at 75, Drake at 50, Wiz Khalifa
Stop right
at
there.
45.
1 through 4 is typical. After
Yeah.
that, it gets interesting to me.
So some of these I still expect.
That's why.
Wiz Khalifa, I expected him maybe. Because Wiz made moves.
Yeah.
Wiz is straight
I did not
hustle.
expect Wiz to be on there.
Wiz made moves.
But this is what I want to get into that. Why
Because
would I-
last time Wiz put out a project.
Exactly.
The end of December, he put out Wiz Got Wings. He just put out 2. He put out Wiz Got Wings with,
That's why I don't really like the. I don't.
and that it was
First
still
of all, I don't be
good.
pocket watching like that.
See, I don't pocket watch, but I think it's interesting, and I want to see more hip hop people thinking hip hop making this type of
Yeah, I'm
thing.
a follower of Wiz,
Right.
so like I know he has different ventures and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's what I want to get at. I guarantee you, the majority of this money isn't coming from
From music.
itself.
Exactly. That's why I
That's
don't like
what you
it.
think.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
Maybe I don't know, but I know Wiz do still tour too.
Right.
Yeah.
There's plenty of
Like
money made.
heavy. So I don't know.
Touring and merch, serious money made there.
But,
So
Like,
Wiz,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Wiz 45 million. Number 6, Travis Scott 38 million. Number 7, DJ Khaled 35 million. Number 8, Eminem 28 million. J. Cole at 9, 27 million. And I love 10. I love the tie at number 10 because I've been mentioning this dude's name forever and a day to most people.
yeah.
Number 10 is the tie between Birdman, Doja Cat, and Tech 9 at 25 million.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that. I do not believe that Doja Cat is on this list.
Now
I don't believe that, and I don't believe that Wiz made more money than Travis. I just don't believe that.
So when you're
at all,
it's not coming off.
I just
Clearly,
don't.
you know why I say that's because, you know, think about Wiz's brand and what he's involved in having.
Wiz
It's
said
about Travis's brand in this.
Right? But think about all the money that Travis is losing because of that hiccup. That necessarily wasn't his fault, but you know people falling back for him.
Outside of that hiccup he just had.
I'm gonna tell you something.
People
real
going
quick.
crazy
Hold on.
for his collab with Nike.
Oh yeah,
But hold on. I'm gonna tell you this. Don't have the Wiz. I watched the interview. He said anything he do, not that he want like a percentage he want a part. So anything Wiz,
He's gonna partner up with.
right? That's what he was saying. He was on. I want to say he was on $1 million worth of game when he out there too, so I can't hold you.
Come on, dog. You got Doja Cat on there. Come on,
That's
come on,
shot.
bro. Don't insult my intelligence.
Right.
Like I said,
That's
Yeah, but how much Doja Cat?
But I'll say this too.
Because she got more money than me. I ain't
I be at work, man, she all over that radio. I ain't even gonna hold you.
But
She all over
she
it.
all over the radio, but at the same time, I guarantee you, none of us follow her to know what other ventures she's involved. I can tell you what ventures currency's involved in. I can tell you some of Conway's ventures.
I
I
can
can
tell
tell
you
you.
she got in a little spiel with Charles Hamilton on the internet. That's about it.
Right, but I'm saying we don't know what other business ventures she has made,
Why
so we
would
don't know.
she be up there, not Cardi B?
That's true.
Very true.
Cardi done laying low. I ain't been here.
Yeah, we are. I can't
She
see.
can lay low because she got
From a business perspective, Cardi's smart, or she got the right to be behind
That's
this.
what I'm saying.
I can't even knock Cardi for that. Like I'm not a fan of the music, but she get
Well, that's
business.
the thing. You say the same about Megan then. Megan been booming.
Yeah, she got a stake in what Popeyes now. If
She
I'm
been
not
out
mistaken.
there. Yeah, they had her own little dip.
Yeah.
So since you brought her up, why wouldn't she be on there?
That's what I just said.
But she had other legal issues too. Where I know she was getting catching up. Go with her record deal. It was essentially Rape and Records.
Yeah, her record, she's still in it.
She still she was signed to Rape and Records. So obviously that money from there, that's probably a huge loss for her. So since we're talking about females, I saw an interesting take recently. Basically, it was about Nicki Minaj and straight men. Essentially, they were saying like, if you're a straight dude and you listen to Nicki Minaj, you potentially sue. Versus,
You heard that?
I forgot where I heard it. Now I meant to send you guys a link because I thought it was really, excuse my language, I thought it was fucking stupid. Now,
I think it's stupid too.
it's dumb stupid. Not like, I'm not a Nicki fan. I'm not. Like my favorite Nicki verse is her verse on Monster. That was I think that's one of the illest verses ever. But whether you listen to Nicki or not, or how deep you dive or delve into this hip hop, is gonna play a role in what you like, dislike, or how much you're exposed to or listen to.
Don't sound like she don't got bars either.
I'm not saying she don't.
I'm not saying you per se.
Right.
They just
That was-
put
that's
a whole
like-
agenda on
Yeah,
this.
that's
Nicki,
like,
wow.
That's corny to me.
Yeah,
That's
They put a
just
whole
it's
agenda
hella
on that, though.
It's kind of corny.
You-
Are they basing this off Lil Nas X?
I don't know. Like they just basically said straight dudes don't listen to Nicki Minaj. Like I just thought it was corny. That's like saying somebody can't listen to I'm not a Cardi B fan, but there's certain songs I've heard. It's like, oh, this is catchy. I'll bop to it. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan. If you tell me you got Cardi B in your playlist, like you got her album there right now. Okay, you listen to her album, whatever. That's you. Just because I don't like it, I don't mean it's sweet.
Don't get me wrong, I've only ever listened to one Nicki Minaj album straight.
That's some funny
But outside of that, like Wax said, I think that type of statement in comedy is stupid.
Super.
Now, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I got a whole playlist of Foxy Brown on Tidal, and I bang that joint all the time.
Exactly.
Here, Foxy.
What makes that different?
Yeah, but I'll tell you how to bang some Foxy because that's my sister's favorite
Yeah.
artist. So
I got a whole playlist of straight 12 bangers, all Foxy.
Or if I listen to Rhapsody or Shane Noir, that make me sweet too.
Exactly.
Like
And I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I probably love the genius. I probably got her streaming numbers up so crazy the way I be listening to her projects on Tidal.
body
Crazy.
shit.
I just keep looping back and forth
Body.
in the car.
Yo, I'm lying.
Looping.
You know what else I like by Nicki? Where she flipped that How to Rob joint. She
Yeah.
did that How to Rob and was dropping names. So
Yeah.
I like that. It was crafty.
Yeah.
So, like, come on. Wherever I heard that, you're fucking corny.
Yeah.
Like, that is just the dumbest shit. Like, let people listen to what they want to listen to.
Exactly.
Anything else to add to that before we move on?
that's to me that low key goes with the agenda of trying to demasculate the black. Real talk.
Yeah, it's goofy. It's super goofy. I don't know.
I give Nick all her props. She deserves it. She worked hard for that.
Let's take it to Action Bronson. Y'all seen that tweet I sent y'all? This one, where they're going to the leg.
Oh yeah. That was hard. That was tough.
Yeah, so there's a picture of Action Bronson that says someone threw their leg up on the stage and Action Bronson rapped and then signed it and gave it back. Legend. Now, Action Bronson seems to be a reformed man these days. You know, he seems to be a little quieter, a little more reserved. I don't know if that has something to do with him having another child, the relationship that he's in, him getting in crazy shape.
Yeah, I think he's more focused on
just about
on his life, getting in shape and
on himself.
so on and so forth.
Right. Now,
in business too.
I do still think he's an animal like his contents.
Yeah.
You know, he just ain't on that animal wave day in and day out. But shout out to Action, man. I can't wait to hear some more music from him.
Action is just a whole personality within himself.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't gonna get another Action.
No.
But see, dudes like him, Mayhem, they don't have to rap because they could get money elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know, both of them dudes. Mayhem getting Fox money.
Yeah.
Then the TV, you know, all the TV shows these dudes be involved in, just being personalities.
What I respect about them too is they don't want the fame, they just want the coin.
Exactly.
And they're like more like down to earth and relatable. Like,
Exactly.
don't take it the wrong way, but it's in proper context. Like they could be touched. You know what I'm saying? Like you can walk down the street and see Action or Mayhem and be like, yo, hey, yo, Action, what's good? Give him a pound, give him a dap, and keep it pushing. Ain't gonna be nobody.
Ain't no hiding behind security.
Ain't gonna be no bodyguards mushing you out the way and so on and so forth.
Nah, see when you buy into them too, you buy it into a brand and a lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's you're not just here for the music. Although I'm mad I couldn't catch that NBA leather tour, man. I definitely want to check that.
That's what it is.
I want to catch that, but you know.
And it was in why February 16th?
They were. Yo, you know another concert I'm about to miss and I'm upset about it? That J-Elect, he about to have Cry Map and Friends in Sony Hall.
What is it?
March 16th.
Damn.
Yeah.
Exactly. So mad about it,
When is
man.
that? Wednesday?
Ooh, I don't even know. I gotta check the calendar. Yeah, I want to go to a concert bad, but y'all, low key, I'm nervous. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm nervous.
I'm going to the big one.
Yeah, it's
I'm going to
going
the big one in June. But that's outside.
Oh, that in Philly.
Yeah.
You still gonna be masked up for that?
Outside? Nah.
No. I ain't mad at that.
Nah, outside. Well, depends on, yo, I don't know. The wife, let me just keep it funky with you. No.
Okay.
Right? Outside. The wife might be, but me, nah, man, I'm outside.
Okay. I respect it. I ain't mad at that. Where we at with it?
What's making you smile over there, Mr. Merry Christmas?
Nah, you know I just be on.
You
You
got
know what's funny? Queen's Flip, yo, that dude is fucking, he just he be killing me. I want to be like, is it all improv or you gotta be letting cats know you about to run up on the shit?
I think sometimes he do, sometimes he don't.
Sometimes it's up in the air, huh?
I think when he goes to like these major establishments, he do like,
God,
you gotta let Hot 97 know you
Bruh, he was in a hibachi joint. He said,
Who made this? Yeah, I would think he didn't let them know. They called him apart. If you know,
yo, son, he be having motherfuckers scared, bro.
he didn't let them know.
Like, I be like, yo, he be having me crying at work, dog. Like,
But yo, I mean, it's all like free like publicity, for the establishments too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it is, and it's funny. Me and wifey was having a conversation about that recently. Even with like photos and stuff, like some of these spots, like boom, somebody, let's just say, not even her, just the photographers in there may want to take pictures and they turning it down. But like at the end of the day, that's free promotion. Like if you got someone with a camera who, not just anybody with a camera, but someone who knows what they're doing, who provide you with those 5 visuals, and they want to take pictures in your joint, why would you say no to that?
I agree.
Especially like if they're not doing anything wrong and take photos, now they're tagging you in these photos. Someone who may have not gone there may say, damn, that's dope, but you won't get that same feeling from a cell phone pic. They took it with a real camera and just acting goofy. So that's all.
That's why it's funny that we talking about this right now, but like I kinda like switched my style up. I've been like still in like little commercials and like kind of like remaking them as my own because at the end of the day, what you gonna say?
Exactly.
I'm still using your joint, putting you out there, but let me just get a few seconds.
Yep. Get my money while I can. You want to shut it down, shut it down. Cool, I already made a few dollars. You're not going to turn me down. But yeah, I think that's just corny when companies do that. It just shows like the disconnect between them and the people, like to this day.
Yeah.
It should be corny.
I've been back up on a little bit of rap battle. Well, I ain't been back on it because I never really was like left necessarily, but you know what I'm saying? I had just put it on the back burner.
I love it.
Yeah.
I pop in and out like every few months.
There you go, that's the thing. I don't pop in
I haven't
and out.
popped in a year.
You know what it means? Somebody will bring it to my attention again, and then it get me going.
Yeah, and you end up on YouTube and then trying to find what's new and stuff like that's how it is for me.
So
I don't have that type of time right now, man. Like, no disrespect.
it got to the point we was almost looking for a little flight. They had one in LA.
I want to go to
26. It just passed, and they had Lou Castro was supposed to battle Clips. I want to say, and it didn't happen. DNA battled Hollow the Dawn, and I'm gonna watch that. Excuse me. But yeah, I've just been getting back up on those. Them
Them
joints-
joints right there, I'm not going on those. That's shoulder.
Yeah.
Yo, you know my biggest issue with that?
Yo,
Hey, yo, but you know what's funny about that? Those won't be a straight sausage fest. The amount of women that are into battle rap it's actually, I don't want to say shocking. It's good. It's a good thing. I just
they got female battle rappers.
They got, but I'm saying like when you go to
the
these
majority.
Let me just
a nice handful.
Maybe just want to turn early evening.
Word. Okay.
That shit gonna bubble too.
But the last one I just watched was Bill Collector versus I forgot his name. He was an old head, but that was a good ass battle. Like they both knew each other and everything, so it was like fairly friendly. But for a friendly battle, like they really got at each other and still kept it cordial. I like seeing that. You know what I'm
the
saying?
disrespect of some of those battles be
Crazy.
Old days of time.
Crazy. But when you could like disrespectfully and politely do it in a sense where ain't nobody
Respectfully disrespectful.
Yeah, ain't nobody ready to push
Respectfully disrespectful.
It's beautiful, but like they still laid their rounds down. Like you know what I'm saying? It was some fires.
You know what I hate of seeing with battle rap though? Especially like the URL stuff. And this is just an aesthetic thing for me. Also a liability thing.
Not to cut you off, but it sometimes be too many damn leagues out there doing.
It's 1,000 leagues, but the URL, that's the smack league. That's the
I know that. The all rap league. I'm saying it's like RBE.
Then it's like KOTE.
Yeah,
It's a million of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that coin.
But it be alright, boom. Let's say you got 5 dudes who are headlining the card that night. Let me rephrase that, 10. Got five different, matches. 10, yeah. Why is there 320 people on stage?
That's what I'm saying.
So you got the performers on stage plus everybody they came with. Now when something happened, you got all these dudes in one spot. Throw them peoples in the crowd, but give them VIP. Like if you not,
I think if you on the stage, you VIP.
nah, they need to have a whole VIP section. You know what I mean? Like just not like I just look at it from a liability
I
standpoint.
think it should be nobody on stage.
No.
Just the two people.
It takes away from the look.
The two individuals competing, put them on the stage, put a spotlight over them, and let them go at it. Just leave. You still get the same crowd participation and reaction if everybody's literally like in their seats. Like you know what I'm saying? Like do that to Apollo, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody can't. Nobody get on the stage. Everybody gotta be in their seats. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it would look better aesthetically. You may be able to draw in bigger crowds or heavier sponsors because of it. Like, because when you look at that stuff now, like, you see dudes in the background drawing off. It's just like, when something happened, I just think about all the money that's about to be lost from this brawl that's about to break out on stage.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it. I don't know if these dudes sign contracts saying, if something happens because of you, then, you forfeit your pot or whatever the case may be, but it should just be the talent, your mediator, and maybe a DJ on stage. But you don't even need that because they don't do beats. You know what I mean? That used took me a while to get used to though, like the non-beats, rapping just straight acapella.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because
I like
some of
it.
these, I like it, but some of these battle rappers, I hate how they bars could be so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you ain't pulling that off on no beat. That
No,
shit
no,
gonna sound crazy.
no.
That's what I don't like.
Some of it involves crowd participation. I feel like if they don't get it, they try to run it back, keep running it back until the crowd catch it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it ain't that they didn't catch it, bro. It was just weak. Like, let's move on from it. You know what I mean?
That's another reason why I feel like you said, if you keep everybody off the stage, you sometimes some corny shit won't get like a crazy like reaction if everybody's sitting down. Like your boy say you're only bugging out because that's your man and you on stage with him and you heard the damn line for 2 weeks straight as he freaking performed it for you, and now you gotta add into to make it that much more, you know, extravagant.
Very true. But then that goes into another topic we can talk about when it comes to rappers and their boys. Yeah, I believe a lot of y'all boys, like y'all dudes out there who really rock with these rappers, y'all gotta stop lying to these dudes. Stop being in the studio, gassing your friends up. If it's trash, tell them it's trash.
Absolutely.
If I'm in the studio with any artist that I like, if they invite me to come kick it in the studio, or the rapper friends that I do have, if I'm in the studio with them and something ain't hitting, whether it's the production or what they spit, bro, that shit was trash.
Absolutely.
And if you feel some type of way, fine. But you should be happy that I'm at least honest enough to tell you. That's like if we walk out somewhere, right? The three of us about to go out, and y'all look at me and be like, yo, what the fuck is you wearing?
Absolutely. It's the same way.
I'm glad that gives me, that tells
Absolutely.
alright, let me go change real quick.
Absolutely. That means you care, you love it.
If you don't say nothing, then now y'all just look, yo, look at this goofy ass. You see how you running around, y'all really looking like that with us?
Absolutely.
Hey, it falls into that category for me.
Absolutely.
Like, stop it. Just stop
Like,
it.
you just like, nah, bro, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
At all.
Nah.
At all.
Take it to the top.
And then, and if they really get mad at you when you do that, then they probably wasn't really your mans.
For real.
Because any of my boys can tell me something, I may not like it, but I gotta respect it. I could be upset, but you know what? I'm still calling them if I want to be texting them like I wasn't even mad about it.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But y'all gotta stop doing that.
You can't be mad at nobody looking out for you.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like you're causing more damage by not saying
Because
something.
you know what it be too.
I know we just sitting back in the house.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
They be like riding,
That's
riding
bad.
the wave. This shit too big that they gonna get left behind, like because of the money you see. You think your man about to blow, or your man has already blown, and now you just a yes man. That I'm not guessing nobody to that, bro. That shit is whack. It's whack.
But alright, so if you're looking at it from the money standpoint, if your man's feet, if you're eating off the him, right, and you just being a yes man because that's where your baby coming from, I would think long term you shutting your money down by letting him just go out like this, left and right, day in and day out.
As a man, morally, like nah, I'm living off the principles and statements. Like nah,
Can't be no bitch.
nah, I'm sorry. That ain't saying that.
And then I'm not saying it's me, but I'm just thinking if you're an individual who's going to be that route, why would you think you're only thinking short term at that point in time? Like that money gonna drive for years if you want to be a yes man.
Exactly.
People can't see past their nose, bro.
Crazy.
True.
It's in the words of the great P, you know.
This is very true. This is very true. Yeah, I'm surprised we ain't heard no more P verses. Like I'm surprised somebody got no much for the stash.
I'm feeding for him.
And his stuff's still not on social, like not social, on streaming
I
platforms.
know. I keep adding. I have it. I mean, I'm sure Happy don't got no control over that because it's the state too.
Right.
And he was like, before he passed, he was assigned to nobody.
Right.
So he was independent. So
Yeah, but somebody gotta have control over his catalog. And they can't
yeah,
get
like,
rid of it.
the state would have to say, okay, well,
That's like, you know what happened to with Aaliyah's estate? So her family had a big stake. Like for years, they didn't want her music on any type of streaming platforms. Apparently, because her mom just didn't want to be put in a certain mindset by hearing her music.
yeah.
but I guess they had a deal where essentially it was supposed to be put on streaming platforms at a certain period of time, and my mom still couldn't cope with it. You know what I mean? So it ended up being put on the streaming platforms, but you know, it was still a big deal for our mom. But at the same time, why try that to stay there? I'm gonna keep her legend alive. Like, you want me to kill it?
Because here's the thing, like, she ain't even killing it because it's still out there. Different people handle things, handle death differently.
They handle death differently, but I'm just saying, in terms of your daughter's legacy at that point in time, you stop it with the 40-year-olds versus you put it on a streaming platform. Now you got some 13, 14, 15-year-old.
You're still initially,
You know what I mean?
because
That's
they
just
gonna get in tune with it. I had this young boy singing freaking Usher.
or somebody put them on that.
Just how somebody put him on the lead is what I'm basically.
Right, but if somebody put him on to Aaliyah, and now you gotta really dig for it versus most of this younger generation is just competing. They just pull right on their phone, type it in, okay, boom, now I got something to go off of.
That's true.
Versus you saying the name, they ain't write it down or look it up right away. It's either forgotten or they went on YouTube.
But she
listen to
is
a song
like
that's-
she's a staple name within that, you know. So if you really a music head in that area, you're gonna hear that name. Which,
True. True. I'm thinking just why, thinking about the masses and that scenario like that. But, you know, if you're a legend, let it be heard. We can't let our legends die.
Very true.
Good music is timeless, so why not? You know what I mean?
Very factual.
When I want to hear P, I just, like a couple months ago, I put on, this is the only album that's up there. It's The Return of the Mac. I was listening to that, but,
That is a big one.
yeah, same in the album.
Yeah, you used to love that album.
What?
Yeah, you used to love that album. Yo, the money he made off that album, too. That was a mixtape. Oh God, something crazy for it. Like a $250,000. It was a $250,000 or better. Basically, that shit was recorded, put together. Somebody else heard it and was like, yo, I'll give you X amount for it. I mean, he was tough. It's basically a mixtape, you know, I'm just like, take it. You know what I mean? So he ate it. Like, can't be mad at that. So real quick, one more thing. I gotta take it back to college real quick. I want to know how y'all feel about this line. Derringer compared to RZA. I'm compared to brothers that are stabbed in the face with a pair of scissors.
I don't like that.
Why not?
Derek's nowhere near. This is like nowhere near.
Okay.
To me, I like the line in the context of the song that he put it in the song. I see what he's trying to say, but like nah.
So for me,
like you could compare Derringer to Out. You can't compare Derringer.
can you compare albums?
No.
But here's the thing, when it comes to both of them, I'm gonna tell no, I'm not saying they compare. Because to me, RZA, he's Mount Rushmore when it comes to production.
Exactly.
But you can hear the RZA influence in both of them, right or wrong.
Yes, but don't do that comparison. It ain't, to me, it's not even close.
So how you feel about him saying you gotta compare me? How he compared himself? I thought that was clever. I thought the wordplay on that was fly.
Yeah, it is, but that's why I said in the context of the song, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like, since you asked me the question, if I think it's valid, then hell no.
Okay.
It's valid.
Respectable.
You know what I'm saying?
How you feel about that one?
It's a rapper.
It's a
It's
line.
Okay. So you think it's clever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a nice line.
Now, how do you think? Do you hear RZA's influence in Derringer or Outkast?
Maybe a little out. I don't hear nothing there.
Because when I'm thinking about RZA, man, I'm thinking about like Premier. I'm thinking about like Pete Rock. I'm thinking about like Eric Sermon. I ain't thinking about no Derringer or no Out. You know what I'm saying? Like you put Derringer and Out in the conversations with like Muggs and like
Static.
yeah, Static. You know what I'm I'm saying leave them over there. RZA is a different being. Right.
It was crazy in the 90s. I feel like RZA was still in a class of his own. Like, don't get me wrong, dudes was sampling, but
You see
what he was sampling was
you see
totally
what
left
he,
field.
and we talking about, did you see what he did to Premier in Versus? Like, he destroyed Premier. Like, destroyed, and that's Premier. That's what I'm saying, what I'm saying. He did him filthy.
Yeah, just based off the Wu cat. If he did just Wu catalog alone, nobody's touching that.
That's what I'm saying.
And listen, we'll do it like this. He don't have to leave 36 chambers
No.
to take any producer out.
No.
That's scary.
No.
That's scary.
No.
That
The fact that he got 9 members right in his freaking
Hit up any of them.
But now check this out. The fact that he, when it was time for them to do their solo projects, he was always like, yo, here, I got this done. This is how it's gonna sound. And everything was fire. You just show up to the goddamn studio and your whole album is already made.
Yeah. All you gotta do is put the verses
Just
on.
rhyme.
That's the
You
mastermind.
know how genius you gotta be
He's
with
a
that?
mastermind. He's a mastermind.
Like, okay, like I know Wax's style, so I'm just gonna lay a whole album out for him. He's gonna love it as soon as he touches the studio.
Yeah, I remember in one of his books that I read, he said he basically
Crazy.
he talked about how each member was an instrument. So like for instance, You God was his baritone. I think he said Ghostface. What's that high pitch? What's the word for the high pitch singing?
I think altos.
Yeah, altos or falsetto, something like that.
Falsetto, yeah.
Yeah, so basically he categorized his artists in that regard. Like this is your baritones, this is your falsettos, your altos. Like he classified them in terms of singing class and whatever instrument he paired them to. Then had dudes mics tuned up individually
Exactly.
for individuals to rap. Nah, this your mic. You right.
Yes, and he's a different beast.
Yo, shout out to RZA, man. I like the joint, the production he did for the Flatbush Zombies this past year too.
Oh, I feel so bad, yo. I feel so bad.
What?
RZA dropped a new album, I ain't even listen to it yet.
I ain't checked
Yeah.
that.
He just dropped it too.
The DJ Scratch.
Yeah. But to be fair, the way music has been dropping, and he has not been a household name these past couple of years, that just got washed under the wind.
Yo, RZA, I'm gonna listen to it.
I've seen it, but I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't in. I was on that Driplomatic. And
I'm gonna listen to it.
I didn't want to make that transition.
And I've been stuck on this Rob Gates, so.
Yeah.
And like I said before, man, this shit is hard when you got all this music dropping left and right. Like, if you got 4 projects that drop on a weekend or Friday, you gonna end up gravitating to a solid 1, maybe 1.5. But you're gonna keep coming back to that other one. It's like the rest of it, you get to it when you get to it.
And I think he just put out a new Bobby Digital action figure. Like, yo, do y'all realize how old Bobby Digital is and he can still put that out in 2022? This man is a whole legend. He's beyond the legend out here, bro.
Yo, that track Holocaust on the first Bobby Digital album, one
Yeah.
of the best rap songs ever.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Absolutely.
Yo, it's crazy.
That album was ahead of its time.
Yeah, I love that album.
Like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
Yo, keep it a buck, like RZA, a lot of the members of the group, but like RZA specifically, he laid the foundation for a lot of dudes now to even be creative or to be able to put out what they want.
Absolutely.
You can't, I'm sorry, but you can't, you're not getting Rock Marcy or minimalistic type beats without RZA existing. You're not getting dudes like Evidence without RZA existing. You know what I mean? Like this, you're not getting. I'm trying to think who else I can think of off the top. You're not getting the Sky Zoo without people like RZA existing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was the weirdo of his time, if that makes sense. But he wasn't really a weirdo. He was just so far ahead of the game. He was so much smarter than everybody else during that time period.
Very true.
So that's it, man. Shout out to RZA. Gave you a lovely tribute on today's show.
Yeah.
Man, I got my Sundays back.
Scary.
I got my Sundays back. Shout out to my wrestlers. I love y'all. But my voice box needs a break. You know, I was leaving every Sunday. He's turning into no voice.
He said y'all been doing his voice box.
There's doing the show. I miss it.
Again, yo, y'all watching this on YouTube, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, make sure y'all hit the bell notification so you don't never miss any of our videos. You know what? We're gonna start going more hard body on these videos too on the tube. So definitely hit that bell.
Final words before we go. Just me, peace. Subscribe. Comment down below, man. Stop messaging me directly and comment down below.
Yeah, leave it in the comments, man.
Yeah, what they said.
I want to shout out South Africa, India, and Brazil. Apparently, we got a lot of listeners out there across all platforms.
Let's get it.
We ain't got none in East Africa?
Nothing yet.
I'm holler at my East African.
Yo, even if y'all disagree with what we're saying, man, leave it in the comments.
Facts. This is all open for debate. We respect everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
And shouts out to all my Kenyans, man. For real, man, cats out here be running.
If you running, peace.